Hello everyone, this is Colin with HustlePaintball.com. Today we're going to take a look at the A5 MP5 Gas-Thru magazine from Metadyne Industries. As you can tell, it's going to be used on the A5 marker. As with all of the products from Metadyne Industries, this is made out of high-grade aluminum, precision milled, and it's just great quality overall. There's a few things that you need to do to install this onto your gun. First of all, there's two screws right up top here. This is the mag well that connects to the magazine itself. We're going to want to release those two screws to get the mag well into two different halves, then it will install in the gun from there. One neat thing I'd like to point out right away though, when you're installing your gas line, Metadyne has made it extremely easy. You have this slide out side of the magazine here. It's metal on metal, which for that I probably suggest putting a small amount of oil in here, just a small amount, so it slides nice and easy. But as it is, like I said, they do some quality work and it's already very easy to slide. So let's go ahead, get these two halves separated, and take a look at how it's going to install onto your gun. We have our mag well separated, but before we can install the magazine onto the gun, like I said, we're going to have to make a few adjustments on the gun itself. First thing, we have to remove these two push pins. We're also going to remove these two screws, and we have to release our air hose down here at the bottom so the line can be fed through the magazine, hence the Gas-Thru magazine. So let's go ahead and get started. I've removed a few of the bolts that we were talking about. The push pins are now no longer there. And as you can see, to remove this bolt right here, I had to move the grip frame down a little bit from the frame of the gun. That's so this can be removed, as well as when we install the mag well, that's going to fit flush up against this part of the trigger frame. And in order to get that to install correctly, Metadyne suggests that you move that grip frame down. Another thing that they state in their instructions is that you want to loosen the cyclone feed housing bolt here. You don't need to remove it, but just loosen it so you have some room. Alright, the next thing we want to do is take our gas hose line, which we have already disconnected from the bottom of the frame here, and we want to run that through the magazine. Now as I showed you earlier, one of the great features about this is you can slide this left side of the magazine open to see exactly what you're doing. So we're going to feed that gas line through. Okay, so it's a little bit of a pain to get this hose through here. It is stainless steel and it's not very flexible, but it is possible. Just work with it and you'll get it through the holes aligned in the magazine. You can see now what it looks like. We went ahead and flipped the gun over onto its left side here so you can see what it looks like with the correct orientation of the magazine. The next step is to go ahead and slide this side of the magazine up into place. So let's go ahead and do that. And as I said, this is precision milled to fit very snugly right in here with all the parts of the gun. So as you can see, it's nice and snug in here, fits very well in here with the trigger frame, and we're now going to go ahead and close this. You can see there, it looks great on the gun. We have to go ahead and flip it over and install the other side. We're now flipped over to the other side and we're going to finish the installation of our magazine here. One thing to note, don't move your trigger frame up too soon here, otherwise you're going to block that hole so we can't get the bolt back in there. Next thing you want to do is grab the other side of the mag well here and go ahead and set that right over the top where it needs to go. It's not going to fit exactly right yet until we kind of move everything into place. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and use the bolts provided by Metadyne to slide these right into place. And this is where you can go ahead and adjust that as needed to make those bolts go where they need to go. Once you have those in there, you're going to want to tighten those down. Basically, if you're going for the MP5 look, this is the magazine you need to get for your A5. So in closing, if you have any questions about the product that we just reviewed, or if you have any other products that you'd like to see us review in the future, hit us up at videos@hustlepaintball.com. And as always, you can pick up this magazine, the A5, or any other products that you may need at hustlepaintball.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.